Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tatiana. I'm a business coach and mentor for women wanting to start their own stationery businesses, get out of their own way, and really just go for what it is that they truly want in life. I'm so excited you're here. And if you are new here, definitely hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my videos, upcoming things. I'm excited. We are about to hit 20K over on this channel, so I am just so grateful to all of you for the support and would absolutely love anyone that is new, if you're enjoying the content, to join the family. And today's video is going to be really fun because we're going to be talking all about just the ways to be unique in this space, in this online space, in this business space, in this stationery world, in general, just with business, how you can stand out as a business owner and be unique. And so I really wanted to touch on this because I think it's important. One of the things I hear time and time again from many of the women that I talk to is that you feel like things are just too saturated. You feel like everybody is already doing it and you don't really see what would make a difference if you added yourself into the mix. And so I wanted to share a little bit of insight on that and exactly what that could look like for you, because first and foremost, it doesn't matter if 5 freaking million people are doing the same thing, they're still not doing it like you. And so let's talk about it. All right, so let's get right into this. So the first thing I really wanted to say about this whole just like standing out, being unique and everything like that, first and foremost, there is going to be a little freebie that goes along with this video. So if you click the link down below, you'll be able to get the little, it's like a few worksheets to just kind of answer the questions I'm going to be talking about in the video. And secondly, is more of a point. I want to just say that I do feel like, yes, there are so many ways to be unique, and we're going to talk about a lot of them today on this video. But I want you to keep in mind that even if someone else out there might be doing something similar to what you thought you might want to do, like I have heard so many times where people are like, oh, I was going to do that, and now, you know, someone else is doing it. I truly feel that a vision can be placed on more than one person's heart, and as long as it's not cookie cutter and it's exactly the same thing, which it would be impossible to do that unless you are truly just literally copying somebody word for word and every single thing that they do, you're still going to bring your unique factor to it. And I really feel that if something is placed on your heart, it was given to you for a reason as well, even if there is someone else out there that might have had something similar. And so I wanted to kind of share that because I don't know if I'm going to actually touch on that specifically, but I think it's important to note because that's very important. But I think it's important to note because that's something that can come up as well. All right, so I have my notes on here. If you see me looking in different directions, that's what's going on to make sure that I stay on task. But there are 3 things that I really wanted to touch on specifically when it comes to standing out. There are so many others, but I really just wanted to pick the 3 just kind of top important ones that I felt. And that is your branding, your connection, and your product/experience. So we're going to kind of dive into these a little bit more. Like I said, definitely get the worksheet that's going to be in the link, so then that way you can answer these questions specifically. Okay, so the first one is branding. Branding is going to be your look and your feel of your business. This is going to be your logo, your colors. This is going to be your brand voice, how you show up online, what people feel like when they interact with your business. That is what that is going to be like. And so when you are thinking about standing out, one of the very first things is really going to be your branding. Sometimes it's the first thing people see. Almost always it's the first thing people see when they come in contact. So it's important to pick, for example, colors that are really going to give your customers the feeling that you're wanting them to have when they interact with your brand, whether that be like tons of really like bright neon colors. You know, maybe you really want people to come and feel like it's a party every time that they're on your website or your shop page or something like that. Or maybe they're very more muted and neutral colors. Maybe you want it to feel like more of a chill, calm type of vibe. So it's really the question, I think the big question is, how do you want your customers to feel when they interact with your brand in all of these different areas? And so first, like I said, branding, the look and the feel. What do you want your business to look like? How do you want it to feel? When people are scrolling on your social media feeds, what should they be seeing? What feelings should they have? What excitement does that bring out of them? And then the next one is going to be the connection. So connection is going to be a bit more about how are you bringing value to your customers outside of the products, outside of selling. And so this is going to look very different, but there's so many different ways you can do this. The biggest thing is you want to create community. You want to connect with them. You want to give them things that are helping them in whatever their particular area of needs are going to be. And we're going to talk a little bit more specifically about this, but I'm just kind of getting your mind working a little bit on the connection piece. So this could look like email opt-ins. This could look like doing challenges with your community and creating engagement. A lot of things where it's causing them to feel like, wow, you know, this business is really giving me some value. Let me go and support. Let me go and subscribe to the email list. Let me go ahead and follow this page so I can get more motivation from them, or more encouragement, more tips on what I'm going through. So these are things you want to think about in terms of the connection. And again, this is going to be something that will help you to stand out. And the last piece of this is going to be your product / your experience. So the product, of course, first and foremost, you want to have a quality product. You want to have something that you're proud to present to people, but also something that customers are going to be proud to use, right? So having a really, really good product is going to be great. And whatever that might be stickers, that might be notebooks, planners, journals, subscription boxes, whatever it is, you want to have that be an amazing experience for them in terms of when they get that package. How do you want them to feel? Going back to that feeling, how do you want them to feel? What do you want that package from you to portray to them in their mind? What's the perception you want them to have of your business the first time they open your package, the first time they interact with your brand, the first time they get something from you? These are the things you want to be thinking about, because all three of these areas are going to help you to be unique and stand out. First, there's going to be a little bit of some homework of some action steps to take, and then there's going to be some questions for you to answer in terms of your business. So first, let's dive into the action steps. Think to yourself, what is your favorite brand out there? It could be anything. It doesn't have to be stationery related. It could be, it may not be, but what is your favorite brand? How did they make you feel? What is the reasoning why you love that brand? What is the reasoning why you love their social media page? Does it make you laugh all the time? Does it make you cry? Does it make you, like feel emotional, or, really get in touch with certain things? Does it make you cry in terms of like just maybe bringing up joy, or something? Like, I love those pages where like there's different like videos of like little babies and stuff, or just different cute little videos, and sometimes you might like cry, especially like, let's say if moms is your target audience, then you might have a lot of just things that are kind of like mom content, and like babies and kids growing up and stuff. Like anything like that is just gonna have me like boo-hooing. But what feeling do you have when you interact with your brand overall? That their website, their social media, and then if you've ever purchased from them, think about how that experience was for you when you got your order in the mail, and all of that. And the reason for that is because we need to look at ourselves first and foremost as if we are our own customers, to just get an idea of what is attractive to us. So when you're scrolling and you're looking on social media, what makes you stop and makes you click on something? And then the next part of it is going to be to conduct your market research. This is really where you're going to get in. I would say pick like 3 to 5 businesses within the stationery industry and 3 to 5 businesses that are not in the industry. And now just kind of do a general search. Even if you're just kind of searching on Instagram is a great example because it's very visual. If you search sticker shop, let's just use that as an example, and you're scrolling and then all of a sudden you see a picture and you just click on it. What made you click on that photo? Was it bright? Was it colorful? Was it muted tones? Was it just the overall, like the product just looked amazing? Like, what was the curiosity within you that was like, oh, let me click on this, make it bigger so that I could see it? Was it their logo? Like maybe it was the business colors of their logo. And really look at the brand, get a feel for it, see what are they doing, how are they connecting with their audience, what is their look and feel, what are their products like, what's the experience like if they have like an unboxing or something on their channel where you can kind of get a feel of, or their channel, whatever they might be. I'm saying it like it's YouTube, but whatever you might be on, just get a feel, go on their website and do like 5 minutes of this, not anything super crazy, just to get an idea of what is attracting you to these brands. And then you can do this again within the stationery industry as well as outside of it, because it's nice to just get a fresh view of everything, not just within your industry, to get an idea. When you're just on social media in general, when you see like ads and things like that, what makes you click on a specific ad? So these are just different things to think about. Why am I clicking on this? What was so beautiful about the photo, or what was so captivating about this video that made me want to learn more, to follow this person, to buy their product? These are the things you want to pay attention to, your own buying patterns, because you're kind of like the first bit of research that will really help you to see exactly what is standing out to you, and that will really give you a leg up on figuring out what for your business. So now we're going to get into like the second half of this, which is really going to be the questions that I want you to ask yourself about your particular business. So earlier in the video, I asked you, how do you want your customers to feel? And I'm always going to go back to that. If you are creating a just whole vibe, you know, you have a whole feeling going on. I remember when I was doing my stationery business, the subscription box at the time, and I just knew I wanted people to feel like it was just packaged especially for them. I wanted them to just feel the love. I poured so much into every theme that I did, and I really just wanted my customers to feel that. And so then when I started getting messages from my customers in those words without me saying it, but literally like just, you know, sending me emails like, oh my gosh, this was perfect. This was such a gift for me. I needed this. It felt like you made it just for me. Like literally the words of how I felt. And when I saw that they were feeling that, I'm like, okay, you know, like this is good. I'm on track. And so really think about that. When they open up something from you for the first time, when they encounter a video of you talking about your business or talking about something specific that can help them, how do you want them to feel? What do you want to resonate with them about your business that will make them come back time and time again? And support is going to look different in so many ways. Even though everyone is not going to purchase from you, people will still want to interact and engage with your brand. So it's just as important to pour just as much, if not more, into the valuable content that you're putting online, as well as your products that you're going to be offering them. And then think about 3 different ways. And now I will say, in order to do this, it is important to really be in tune with your branding already. Already have an idea of who your target audience is, what you're selling, why you're selling it, your mission, your purpose. Those things need to be in line in order to really be able to answer these questions and do this effectively. But really ask, okay, now what are some ways that I can connect with my audience that's not just me saying like, hey, we got a sale going on, or hey, come purchase this product. What are some other ways you can do this? A great example of this could be, like I mentioned earlier, a challenge. So let's say you run a week-long challenge, and maybe the challenge, let's go back to the example if I'm using moms as an example. If moms is your target audience, you sell stickers, then maybe the challenge for the week can just be some type of goal setting challenge, or an organization challenge, or a home management challenge, or something like that, where you give them some type of challenge, whether it's through email, whether it's a PDF that they can download and print out. They'll follow the steps for each day, and there'll be just a small little quick win that they can do each day. It creates community. It gives them something to remember your business about, other than just like, oh yeah, they sell stickers. Like, no, they had that really great challenge. It really got me organized that week. And I know that they have some really cute stickers that I can add to my planner. Let me go ahead and check out and see what they have. So just start thinking about ways you can connect with them to get that going. Giveaways is a great one. Going live and just talking about different topics is a great way to connect with your audience as well. As opt-ins, which I've mentioned before, an opt-in could just be like a guide of some sort that you can give them. Again, just speaking to their specific pain point that will really help them. There's so many things you can do. If you're creating journals, you could do just simply some prompts, and that could be an opt-in. Like I said, an organization type challenge, or you could give them some steps on how to sit down and plan out in their planner, especially if you have planners that you sell. Like, what is your process of sitting down and maybe doing planning on Sundays, or what is your weekly planning routine? And that's something that they can download and implement into their own current routine. So just start thinking about ways that you can give them value, and that is going to really help you to stand out. Because if you are just selling stickers, but there's really nothing else kind of going on nowadays, I feel like there has to be something else to resonate with people. There has to be a connecting piece, and I'm going to share a bonus tip at the end with you, which may or may not be a surprising one at the end, that will really kind of bring that part home. And then also just thinking about, for more so, like, so we kind of talked a little bit about the branding overall, you know, like how would you want your business to look and to feel? Logos, you know, get a great logo. Logos can change. I've changed my logo 3 times within my stationery business. My color palette has pretty much just about always stay the same except for my last rebrand. But I think it's just important to identify like what is the feeling, and sometimes maybe the color you're thinking may not really match the feeling. I highly suggest looking into color theory. You can find tons of videos online about what that entails just to understand it. But color theory is just basically meaning, what does a color make someone feel? What emotion is tied to colors? It's very, very real. Just the whole psychology behind it. It's actually really cool. But it just helps you to know what kind of feeling you are portraying with your colors. And one thing that's really cool about it, so an example of this with my stationery business, mint and teal are like my colors. Like that is my go-to for the Stationery Muse. It has been since day one. And people would say all the time like, oh, I knew that was a video from Stationery Muse. Oh, I knew that was a post from Stationery Muse, because there was always some hint of that in there. And that is that brand recognition. That is you kind of setting the tone for who you are, what you look like, what you're here to do. And so really thinking about those things and how people can start to just really associate you with certain things just based off of what you want them to feel and the look of it. And so I wanted to give just a quick example of like, if I've been using the sticker shop example, so I just wanted to kind of give that really quickly in terms of just how that could stand out even more. So I already kind of mentioned something you could do as far as creating that connection with the customers with the sticker shop example. As far as the products, I think there's so many ways you can go with this. If you are more of a luxe brand, then of course you're gonna offer a lot more luxe experience. Instead of your stickers just coming in like a regular clear little poly bag, your stickers might come in a beautiful gold envelope with a lining in there. You might have, just think about like, what do you want to include in your packaging and in your orders, because that's gonna help to stand out. Do you want your stuff to just kind of be tossed up in a bubble mailer and like, here you go? Or do you want it to have like your branded sticker on there? Do you want it to have some tissue paper? Do you want it to have like some really pretty ribbon on there? These are different things to think about. Maybe it has like a little card so that they can continue to interact with your business even after the order. So thinking about that experience, I feel like it's always kind of cool to give some type of call to action within an order. So whether that just be like, hey, tag us online and show us how you're using your product. Maybe they do it in order to get a giveaway or different things like that. I think that's always a really cool way to get some engagement going on online, as well as a connection with your customers, see how they're loving everything. Asking for reviews is great as well, to just create that connection with them. Following up and seeing how they like the product, that's always really cool as well. And then another example, maybe you're going more like eco-friendly, so you could really talk about that. Or maybe you're gonna donate. There was this one clothing company, well, I still follow them, but there's a clothing company, and every time they did a release, they did one like every other month, 10% of the proceeds from the sales will go to a different charity every time. So to me, that is something that stands out, that's different. And so you can think of, maybe you have a specific collection or one particular one of your products or something like that, where proceeds will go to a specific cause. Maybe your customers kind of all come together as a community and raise money for a specific cause that you guys can all donate together. So just really thinking about, again, like I said, how you can create that connection in that community. That is really, again, going to help you to be unique and to stand out, because it's so much more than products. Like, it's so much more than products. And that is just something that is so important to me. I feel like that is how you truly build a brand, when you are really giving an experience, really giving value, and community is really just absolutely amazing as well. And so now we are to the bonus tip of this video. And honestly, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, because I know I say this all the time, but it is to show up, okay? It is to show up. I feel like out of everything I've said, this is probably the most important thing, is that you have to show up for your business. I know sometimes it can be intimidating to get online, show your face, and just kind of do what's trendy sometimes. I know that's not always the most favorable thing, I guess I'll say. But I feel like just with how everything is now, there's so many scams out there, you know, there's so many just different reasons why people can kind of be leery of wanting to purchase from businesses they've never purchased from before. And so the more that you put your face out there and you share your vision, your message of why your business is here, why it exists, it just builds this additional trust factor with your customers. It gives them a reason to want to come back to interact with you. It gives a face to the business, and it just makes it more personable, honestly. And so when you show up, when you're consistently showing up, to me, this is helping you to stand out. This is helping you to be unique because you're bringing your unique personality, your story, your vision. One of the things I always work with my clients in my Inspire Blueprint program is we talk about brand stories, and we really just dive into, okay, yes, we know you're starting a stationery business, you're selling this paper product. Yes, yes, yes. But what is the story? What is the connecting piece that has really taken you from, this is an idea I have, I want to give it to these customers, but before this idea, this is my lived experience that I'm bringing to this, and this is how it can kind of rope back into customers. So I have clients that, you know, they're selling journals, but the reason for the journals is because journaling helped them get through a really difficult time, and now they want to be able to share their love of that with their customers. So that's so much more than just saying like, oh yeah, I have a self-care journal that I'm selling. There's so much more to it than that. So really just anytime you can share your story, people resonate with that. There's always going to be someone that can relate, that will get encouraged, and that will be so grateful that you took the time to share it. So don't ever feel like that is not important. It is. It's organic, and it's just a great way to grow your business, especially in the beginning, because it's all about relationships. It really is. And so I hope that this video was helpful for you. Definitely make sure you download the little freebie printout that came with this if you want to be able to answer some of those questions more specifically. But yes, that is a bit on how to stand out, be unique. Again, I know I just touched on a few of the things, but this will really help you to get started. Let me know what you think. What was your favorite tip? And I will see you in the next video. Bye.